She has an open aggravated robbery of over 65 or disabled. So do I venture a guess that that is allegedly probably taking care of an elderly and she takes a bunch of credit cards and uses them? Is that
Before we even dive into the transcript, let me set the stage. What you are about to watch is not just a routine courtroom appearance. This is a legal showdown packed with shocking twists, repeat offenses, and some of the most jaw-dropping judicial reactions you will hear today. At the center of it all is Miss Smallwood, a defendant whose list of pending charges reads like a criminal resume: aggravated robbery, multiple counts of credit card abuse, felony theft, and even out-of-state warrants. That is right, one person, several states, and an entire trail of chaos. The judge wastes no time pointing out that what looks like gumdrops and bunnies on the surface is actually a rap sheet stacked higher than a skyscraper. But here is the kicker. This is not just about legal technicalities. This is about whether the court should trust someone who historically racks up new charges every time she gets a chance to walk free. You will see family tragedy, arguments about fairness, and finally, the judge making a bold move that shocks everyone. As you watch, ask yourself, if you were in the judge's chair, would you take the risk of letting her out on bond? Or would you protect the public by keeping her locked in? Stay with me, because every second of this case is a roller coaster.
really? Wow, you have been a very busy person. Let's go through your stuff. So at the outset, it looks like you're wanted out of state for one reason or the other. I have no idea. I know you're going to tell me it's all gumdrops, tulips, and little bunnies jumping, right? But how I get to know you is how you look on paper, right? What I see now, you have a credit card abuse that's open, a felony credit card abuse.
Now let us pause here. Did you notice how the judge meticulously lists charge after charge, almost like stacking dominoes one by one? Each new felony makes the case against Smallwood heavier. This is a classic courtroom tactic. When a judge wants to send a message, they do not just say, "You have charges." They build the mountain in front of everyone to show the scale of the problem. And it is not just about the number of cases, it is about the pattern. Alabama, Texas, other states. This defendant has been what the judge calls playing hopscotch with criminality. That is not a phrase you hear every day, but it paints the picture perfectly. Now here is my question for you. Do you think it is fair that someone with this much history still has family members willing to post bond? Would you risk your money for someone who cannot seem to stay out of trouble?
A felony theft, 2,500, two or more times open. A felony fraud, another credit card abuse open, another credit card abuse open, another felony theft open, an aggravated robbery. Is that it? And then what else you got open out of state?
She has two thefts of properties from Houston County, Alabama.
No kidding.
Yes.
What would you like? A unicorn.
Chet, I understand and I see it, but she's got a lot of skin in the game. She's got about, I don't even know how many thousands of dollars of bonds on felonies that she's made. And technically Alabama is just minor thefts. Realistically, we don't want Alabama to spend the money to come get her. She's going to put up her own money. And you know what? She's going to have not only this bond, she's going to have all those other bonds up in the air. And so she's got a lot on the line, and we discussed that. Now, the failure to appear, Judge, I know just one more argument, was only because she was in jail here. She was keeping up with the Alabama case. Does not bode well the number of cases and types of charges, of course not. But she technically, it was not really a failure to appear, it's just she couldn't go. She has been keeping up with it. Her family is very invested in helping her and got a lot of financial investment. And as a side note, I mean, she's been feeling it. Her sister got shot in the face. 20-year-old sister shot in the face, and she had her funeral yesterday and she missed it. So
that sucks.
She understands like what's been going on, and she's feeling it.
And sister died.
My little sister.
That sucks.
Her boyfriend shot her in the face with abuse, so she's very,
It's
Paris,
awful.
I'm not speaking for you, but is this something where you are committed? And she understands if she doesn't go within 14 days, it's not just this bond, it's everything.
She has an open aggravated robbery of over 65 or disabled. So do I venture a guess that that is allegedly probably taking care of an elderly and she takes a bunch of credit cards and uses them? Is that?
Here comes a heartbreaking twist. Just as her lawyer tries to argue that Miss Smallwood is serious about appearing in court, we hear about her personal tragedy. Her younger sister, only 20 years old, was shot and killed. She missed the funeral because she was locked up. This is where the courtroom gets complicated. On one hand, the human side of you feels for her. Losing a sibling is devastating, and no one should have to process grief in handcuffs. On the other hand, the legal system cannot simply say, we will excuse the charges because life has been unfair. The judge has to weigh compassion against public safety, and in this case, the balance leans heavily towards safety. Let me throw this to you. Should judges ever factor personal tragedy into their decisions on bond, or should they stick strictly to the charges and history?
I would have to see if there was an offense. But Judge, she's also had similar history in other states within the last few years as well. So we wouldn't feel comfortable releasing her on bond. We have concerns that she would be a danger to the community if we did so.
I think so too, Ms. Smallwood. You've repeatedly shown to us that you don't care about our public. You don't care about our bond conditions. And that is evidenced by your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open cases here where you have been filed on in multiple dates. And you also have multiple offenses in Alabama, and then you have similar offenses in another state. So essentially, you are playing hopscotch with the states with criminality. And you want me to give you a bond? Really? I would like hair, but I'm not going to get it. That's just a sad fact of life. Like here, it's also a sad fact of life. I'm not giving you a bond because if I let you out, what's going to happen? Historically speaking, every 2 months you pick up a case. So if I let you out in 2 months, you're going to pick up another case. I don't want that to happen. Sometimes we have to protect people from their own selves. You are your own worst enemy. And now I'm going to protect you from yourself. I'm not giving you a bond. I can't trade it.
Understood, thank
You know what I mean? It'd be, and not only that, all the money she's posted here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $60,000 bond. Whose money is that? All these are credit card abuse cases. She's getting money from somewhere, some other place. No. Sorry, man. You're staying with me. Just let Alabama know that I'm not, so that they can come get her, you know. The good news is that you've made bond on these cases. So we now give Alabama 14 days to come get you. If they don't come get you, then they'll file a dismissal. Or has she waived? Or
She
no?
has waived. What date did she waive?
September 25th.
Yeah, so you have actually 13 days. No way, Ms. Smallwood. It's time to pay the piper. Thank you. You were charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On September 19, 2024, an officer was dispatched to assist a firefighter call at 100 block of Delano Street in Harris County, Texas. The wheel witness, the firefighter Paul Dean, stated that the defendant was asleep behind the wheel at the stop sign of the 100 block of Delano Street. The will witness tried waking the defendant up and tried to pull him off from the scene and then came to a stop when other firefighters blocked his path. The officer observed a mild odor of alcohol, glassy bloodshot eyes, and swaying. The defendant stated that he was coming from an Airbnb downtown and had nothing to drink all day.
Just when you think the courtroom could not get more dramatic, another defendant, Gonzalez, enters the picture. And folks, this one is wild. Sleeping at a stop sign, glassy-eyed, failing multiple sobriety tests, and wait for it, having not one, not two, but two other open DWI cases already pending. When the judge says, "Holy moly, mother oh, you know it is bad. Here is the legal takeaway. PR bonds, or personal recognizance bonds, are based on trust. The court trusts you to come back without needing someone's cash on the line. But trust is fragile, and Gonzalez just shattered it. The judge revokes the PR bond and slams down a $50,000 bond instead. Do you agree with the judge's move, or do you think addiction deserves more treatment than punishment? Drop your thoughts, because this is one of the toughest balancing acts courts face today.
Standard field sobriety tests were conducted and the officers observed 6 out of 6 signs for the horizontal gaze nystagmus test, 6 out of 8 clues for walk and turn, and 3 out of 4 for one leg stand. The defendant declined to provide a sample of his breath and a blood search warrant was executed.
Are DWIs?
Yes, sir. So it looks like we had, it looks like there was a DWI/open container that's currently pending in Fort Bend. And another one from this year
What?
pending in.
Kidding. This is his third open DWI?
Yes. And then it looks like the second one is in Oasis.
You really have 2 other open DWIs? Holy moly, mother. Oh. And you got a PR bond in this case? Guess what I'm doing to that PR bond? Guess how high I'm making your bond now, Mr. Gonzalez? Yeah, probably $50,000, dude. You have 2 other open DWIs. You've not picked up another DWI? I'm revoking your bond, and I'm now setting it at $50,000. And I'm going to tell you now, if you get out of custody, you will have such strict conditions that if you violate this thing, I'm going to light you up like a freaking Christmas tree. You were not allowed to drive whatsoever. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, Mr. Gonzalez. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing, and every time you drive, I can put you in jail up to 6 months, and I can stack it. Do you understand? He really has 2 open other DWIs. God, home confinement if he gets out. GPS monitor prior to release. Can you file interlock paperwork, please? You're not allowed to drive any vehicle whatsoever. And did he have an interlock on this car now? Because he's probably ordered to have one. So he has 2 open DWIs in 2 other counties now.
Who's this defendant, Judge?
Gonzalez. They gave him a PR bond in this case. Ixnay on the PR bond A. And I'm actually going to make it extremely high as well, because that's, Mr. Gonzalez, if you have a drug and alcohol problem, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you. Baloney.
No, I've been looking for programs.
I believe you. Sometimes you start looking a little bit too late and you do catastrophic damage. I'm now going to intervene so that that doesn't happen. All right, I'm going to have you come up here, swear.
So let us recap. We saw 2 very different defendants, but the common theme was broken trust. Smallwood's endless pattern of credit card fraud and theft across multiple states convinced the judge she was too risky to release. Gonzalez's repeated DWIs made the court fear not just for his safety, but for every driver on the road. The rulings were tough but clear. Sometimes protecting the public outweighs giving defendants yet another chance. These moments remind us that the justice system is not just about punishment. It is about making hard calls when lives are on the line. If you found this courtroom drama as shocking as I did, here is what you need to do. Hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and drop your opinion in the comments. And of course, do not forget to subscribe to Courtroom for more jaw-dropping breakdowns of real-life legal battles. Trust me, you do not want to miss what is coming next.